Hey guys, this is Rob Shoecraft here with Three Storm Fitness. Been way too long since I made a video, but I thought I'd start with a review. That's one of my favorite things to do on this channel. So I'm going to review these not quite socks, not quite shoes that I purchased a couple weeks ago. And I want to give kind of initial impressions. They're called Skinners. Okay, you got this little symbol right here on the side. And just like I said, they're not quite socks, not quite shoes. So, just so you know, if you've been watching this channel for a little while, you know I got some foot issues. And when you have foot issues, you have knee issues and hip issues and back issues. It's all up and downstream. Everything affects everything else. Owen, I hate you. So, that's a cat. That's not like another one of my kids. My daughter's filming right now. Caroline, thank you. All right, so I just can't get my shoes right. That's another video. So I was just looking up like all sorts of different like barefoot options, right? Like barefoot. There's like Freets I saw, and they kind of have like. Anyways, let's get to the point. I googled like socks, shoes that feel like socks, I think, and I wound up with these guys. I came to the site, and they're called Skinners. It's a very wonderful name, and they are. That's pretty much what they are, man. They're socks, and they got like a little. Here, come here, Caroline. They got like a little like it's like rhino liner, like truck bed liner, basically. I've actually thought about just like getting some like thick wool socks and spraying truck liner on them. See how I'll try that sometimes. If I do, I'll make a video. But it's got this truck liner. I'm sure that's not what they want to refer to as, but it reminds me of that. And it's like this treaded. It's got like a texture to it, so it's got like the anti-slip sort of stuff, and on the top, you have like it's a seamless, there's no real seams in any of this elastic, of course, at the top here. But it's got like silver lining in it of some kind, which has like the antimicrobial, basically it doesn't make your feet stink, right? So, and it passed my wife test, your mother, she's like, it's so gross. You've been wearing those for the last 6 days and you haven't washed them, right? I'm like, and I, like a gentleman, I took them off and I threw them at her face and I said, take a whiff, baby. And she said, and she threw them back at me and I said, seriously, threw them back at her. I said, take a whiff. She's like, she's a sport, right? And she's like, wow, they don't actually stink. And if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know I did the same thing with my underwear when I was testing it. 3 days without washing them, just to test the Duluth, whatever. Anyways, so they don't stink, right? And for a couple weeks, they really don't. It's great. But they are machine washable. You take them off. Now, I haven't been washing them correctly. I'm just going to keep taking them off and putting them back on again. But I guess that shows the ease of which you can do that. You're supposed to turn them inside out and then put them in like a mesh bag and throw that in the washer. I didn't even know that. I've just been throwing them in and then, wash them with the rest of the clothes, and I haven't noticed a difference. I've washed them 3 times so far. Doesn't really seem to be any kind of extra wear on them. They say on their website, how much mileage can you get out of these things? They said they can't really guarantee anything, but they'll last about the same amount as a good pair of running shoes. So for me, that probably means I should have these things totally ruined in about a month, because that's about how long it takes me to ruin some shoes. So let me show, as far as protection goes, right, this is obviously, I'm sure you can see, I don't have the most high-def camera, but you can see the rocks here. All right, so I'm walking on the rocks. I'm not like, wincing in pain, if you want to get my face, right? We'll get some proof here, right? Not wincing in pain. I'm walking. It feels about the same as if you had like a really, really thick pair of wool socks, or like a really thin pair of like well-loved Chucks, right? Like some flat sole, thin sole. Because if I walk on here in my Chucks, I'm kind of like I feel it, but it's not. If I hit like a sharp rock, yeah, it'll hurt. But it's not like walking on this barefoot. When I'm walking barefoot, I'm like making myself like 50 pounds lighter. This not so much. I could jump on it. It doesn't feel amazing. But this is about the nastiest surface I could think to test it on. It's not. I'm not going to be. They have like videos on the side of people like running through the wilderness on like algae-covered rocks and like doing backflips. And I don't know. I'm making stuff up, but people are doing really active stuff. You could do barefoot running in these, I suppose, if that's your thing. But I just wear them around work. I wear them like back and forth, like between like the bathroom and jujitsu. Wearing these to go to the bathroom, like a public restroom, is a really like surreal. It's like a trippy experience, right? Because it feels like you're wearing socks and you're sitting in, you know, basically a dried puddle of pee, essentially, by the urinal. Not sitting in it, you're standing in it, right?
Thanks.
And it's just, yeah, love you. And it's just weird being in your socks in a public restroom. So that is a downside, I suppose. It's really a just perceived downside. It's depending on your personality, right? How are you willing to have that conversation with people when they see these and be like, why are you wearing socks, right? And you got to be like, well, they're not really socks. They're kind of shoes, but they're not shoes. They're Skinners. People are like, oh, Skinners, yeah. So I don't know, like you do get some looks, but whatever. You know, I wore them in the gas station the other day. Wore them when I'm driving. I wear them everywhere. I do put shoes on top of them. I'm sorry, I wear shoes with them if I need to like go out and talk to somebody, you know, look professional. They fit decently in my shoes, although you get like this little wrinkle sometimes. You kind of feel it. You sort of work it out. So because they don't have quite. They roll up pretty well. Like they have a lot of play, but you know they're not actual socks. I mean, you could roll them up. They talk about on their site if you were going like backpacking and you want to just chill up at the campsite or something, you could roll them up, put it in your pocket, your bag. They're easy to store. All right, let's talk about. Let me think here. Yeah. Anyway, so you can wear them with shoes. You can also wear socks on your feet, like thin socks, ankle socks, and then put these on. I think they recommend doing that. I haven't been doing that. And they pass the whole foot odor test and comfort. I love them. My knees feel great. My hips, everything. I'm just trying to make my feet stronger, right? And by wearing shoes, I can't seem to stay ahead of it. The only thing I can find is like barefoot. If I go barefoot, I always feel better the next day if I'm primarily barefoot the day before, right? So I just got to go barefoot more often, right? And to keep doing exercises and stretches and stuff. They're $60 a pair, which is really expensive. That is like my only downside so far. They come in a lot of different colors. I should mention that. People care about that. I don't, but I just got solid black. They have like 7 different colors maybe. They do make them for kids too. These, by the way, are the biggest size you could get. I wear 14s. They fit pretty well. 14s are regular shoes typically. 14s or 15s are it's like a small shoe. Let me get back to the price though. $60. $60 a pair. I don't know. I don't think they're worth it. I mean, I think they're great. They're everything I wanted them to be except for the $60 thing. If these were $30 a piece, I'd buy them all day. When they go out, depending on when they wear down, I will probably buy another pair. And as long as it's like longer than like 5 or 6 months. But if I wear a hole in them sooner or something like that, I don't know. $60 is a lot of money to spend on some glorified socks, but they're great. They're everything I want them to be, like I said. So I don't know, Skinners. Maybe if we get a bunch of people to buy them, maybe they'll drop their price. I don't know, but yeah, if they were like $30 a piece, I'd buy them all day long. 60 is just I think that's a lot. So I don't know if Skinner's reps are watching this. Make them cheaper for me, okay? Would you do that? That'd be great. Caroline, you think of any? Caroline, she loves them. She's
yeah, totally.
So I work at the school system now, and she works at she goes to the middle school, and I work at my office is by the middle school. She's like, if you wear those in the hallways, what do you say? Like, I'm gonna kill you, right? If you're just walking around wearing these. So anyway, take that for what it's worth. What do you think about these, dear? They make them for kids, so would you be interested in getting a pair?
No, because shoes don't hurt my feet. Because I don't have wonky feet like you do. Yeah, sorry.
Just kidding. I'm not. Anything else? There's something else I want to say.
Owen likes them.
Yeah, it's great. I can't think of anything else. Let me know if you have questions in the comments. There was something else that's going to kill me. I've worked out in them. Feels good to squat in them, deadlifts, kettlebell swings, that sort of thing. no issues there. Bulgarian split squats, you know, just that little extra thing on your toe. You know, if you've ever done like split squats barefoot, you know, your toes kind of hanging on the platform up. You know, if you know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. But that pressure on the toe, this is like just enough comfort to help with that. When they're wet, they dry super fast. That's one thing I found. You can walk around in wet grass. It's not waterproof on the top. It's very water resistant, if not proof on the bottom. But on the top, they're not. But they dry fast, and it's not like an uncomfortable wet. It's just wet, right? If you're walking in cold grass or something like that, wet grass, you feel the temperature change, but they're not. But your feet don't get wet. So it's, you know, it's just it's weird. It's like in an abstract way, it's like when I went scuba diving. I'm like, I'm not supposed to be breathing underwater, but I am. It's a trip. Like, I'm not supposed to be walking through a public restroom feeling the temperature change and everything, but you know, I know my feet are safe with my Skinners, right? Okay, that's enough.
So gross.
I'm just excited to have a first video back in a long time. So, hey, thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel, please. Like this video. If you got some Skinners or something else that's similar that you think I should try, let me know. Thanks. Have a great day.